Real talk, real men, real moments. Gentleman's hour.
Once again,
we're back. Once again. We're the cockroaches of the podcast scene. You can't get rid of us. So this one is kind of similar to what we've done, but we're trying to stick on the same kind of, me and you giving advice. I have this other idea where we take questions like, people asking for advice and then we give our opinions. I think that could be funny, but for right now, we're gonna go back to the old staple. The thing I think that we're semi good at, raising kids. So this one is called The Hard Part About Parenting. This is what they don't tell you. So this is like the hard stuff. They're like, oh man,
the behind the scenes.
Am I doing it? Yeah. Not all the hugs and the graduations and the Christmas morning. This is the real stuff. The spankings, them acting up, bad grades, in trouble at school. Whatever. This kind of stuff. So, everyone talks about the joy of parenting, which true. It's the best thing that ever happened to me. I don't know what I would be doing without it. The first steps. I still remember. Can't remember my daughters, but I remember my sons because I was home with them, just me and him, and I caught it on video.
Nice.
It's awesome. Still brings tears in my eyes when I see it. The bedtime stories. Is there anything better than tucking your, young kid to bed and them looking at you? You know what I mean? It's like giving them a kiss goodnight. And I wish somebody would tuck me in like that at night. Yeah. I'd probably sleep throughout the night.
I don't know. I've heard stories that they've had to tuck you in, but for other reasons.
Oh well, no. You've seen it. You've seen them take me out of the party. The cute little drawings, the little stuff they make us. But nobody warned you about the emotional landmines, the guilt, the fear, the identity crisis, or the nights. I don't know if this is you, but I've had these. The nights you sit in silence, wondering, "Am I messing this all up? Like, what am I doing?" So these are this is the hard part about parenting, the stuff they don't tell you, where we're going to get honest, we're going to get emotional, and we say the things that most parents, I think, are too scared to admit.
They might think it, they might think it, but they don't speak it, for sure.
Exactly. Who wants to say I'm scared, or I don't think I'm doing a good job, or
I'm a bad parent, as I'm getting pats on the back.
Parent, yeah. Right. So that's it. This is one of the hardest topics that we're going to hit with kids is, the one we're going to start with is the birds and the bees. So I think we should do this one a little bit different because I never had that talk. I guess I need to have it with my son pretty soon. My daughters, I wouldn't know what to, we never had a talk. I'm pretty sure their mom or my mom, their grandmother had it with them. But I personally have never sat down and had that talk. So, and I know you have. So I'm thinking, and plus I could probably use it because I still don't know what I'm doing. Ask Des. I'm like a blind man with the lights out. I'm just feeling around. I don't know what. Hope I fall into something. So I'm thinking, why don't you give us the birds and the bees talk to me? How does that sound? That's because that's our first subject.
I think the only time I've ever had the birds and the bees talk. I don't know how successful I was, but just give it another round 2, I guess. What do you want me to tell you? Sit down, son. I gotta tell you something.
Yes, sir. Yes, Theo.
I've noticed the deepness in your voice. I can see you're becoming a man.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say that you notice I'm hornier than hell, hornier than any other kid you've ever.
I noticed you're always hiding between the couch and the wall. I don't know what you're doing back there, but no, it's just when a boy becomes a man and a girl becomes a woman. You started to notice certain changes. Changes.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm sure it's caught your eye.
Oh, more than that. Caught some other things. Some other things attention too. I'm feeling that stuff, so okay. All right. So what's next? What do I do with these feelings?
You control them. You control your urges, and you wait until you're ready. Now until you're ready.
I thought you were going to say, wait till I'm married.
Yeah, no. I got to be realistic, bro. I got to be realistic. Wait till you're married and you find a special certain someone that hopefully he feels the same way about you. And I mean,
Do they have to be special, or can they just be special for that night?
they'd be
I don't know how to.
They'd be 2 for 1.
I don't know. I don't know how to wink, or I would wink at you. But okay, Theo. My first question is, how do I know what to do? Because I don't want to start and then halfway through, like I don't know, like where am I supposed to go? Do I start at a certain part? You know what I mean? Like I need some advice, so I'm not so scared the first time.
You're already trying to run, homeboy. I think you're. Have you even held the girl's hand? Have you made out? Have you kissed a girl? Do you know what it feels like to feel the gentle touch of a woman?
Yes, I have. Yes,
I mean,
well, you do know I'm married, right? So.
Yeah, shit. No, yeah. I mean, just you aim for the sweet spot.
Okay. What's the whole deal with condoms? Do I have to use it? Is it more just like it's recommended? I mean, what's like? Because I was always taught from my other buddies that if you do the pull-out method, 99% success rate.
99%. Hey, that 1%, bro. I hate to tell you this, but that 1% is enough to get you. It's enough to get you screwed for a good couple years, man. A couple decades, actually.
Couple years for 18 years.
A couple decades, actually. I mean, I would recommend it. Safety first. It's not just pregnancy. It's also STDs, STIs.
Yeah, but Theo, I heard that whole AIDS thing was just a hoax.
You thought it was a conspiracy?
Is that true, or because they just didn't want people
no,
having sex?
That is not.
No, it's real.
That is real. It's one of the realest things you'll ever hear about. Hopefully, you'll never encounter it, but you'll hope.
I mean, I'm already. If it hasn't got me yet, you know what I mean.
I'm invincible.
Maybe I got the vaccine. Maybe I got the potion. All right.
I don't know, man. I mean.
So wait, this is the talk you gave to Nick.
No, fool.
Bro, you need to revise this.
No, it's
I haven't learned anything.
Like I
haven't
said,
learned a thing.
Like I said, he's a clean slate, bro. You've been erased. You got whiteboard. You got Sharpie markings on the chalkboard. I don't know.
All right, how about this, Theo? What's the number one thing I can do when I'm just first starting out? So let's just say I've already gone past first base, second base, third base. I'm about to get that inside the park. Yeah. I already see home plate, so it's time to score. Do you have any advice on what I can do to make it smoother so that the girl wants it? Like, is there a certain? Should I tickle her? Should I talk dirty to her? Should I? Choke her a little. Like what can I do to take it? Should I do a figure four on her or a DDT? I mean, what do I need to do to take this to the next level? To make her experience as enjoyable as mine.
If you're rounding third, bro, I mean, hopefully all the stars are aligned and she's feeling the same thing you're feeling. So just go with your gut.
Okay.
I'm sure it'll come to you, obviously, and like I said, if you're rounding third, every other basis was successful.
So I'm gonna score, is what you're saying?
Yeah, come on, man.
Okay.
You gotta. You know, it's like compare yourself to an eagle, right? The eagle doesn't know why it soars; it just soars, right?
You're saying.
So you just
let my body take control.
Exactly.
Let my body do what comes naturally.
Exactly. If it feels right, do it. If it doesn't, adjust.
My last question, what advice do you have for me? Because I want to, once I do that, I want to start getting into like threesomes and stuff. Like what can I do to get that going? Like, is there a key or like how do I unlock that? How do I unlock that next level?
There's 2 keys.
Okay.
Right? One is charm.
Ooh, I don't got any of that.
2 is confidence, bro. That's it.
Oh, you know what? I got a lot of false confidence.
But if you have confidence, sometimes it'll get you farther than charm.
Okay.
But I know you have to have some charm, bro. How do you not? You're an Aguilar. I haven't met a single Aguilar that isn't charming.
I mean, I'm not charming in the traditional way. You know what I mean? Like a gentleman, like charming, like, I'm like more like a like a cold sore or something. Like you just get used to me and you learn to deal with it, and then eventually you kind of like, hey, once I'm gone, you kind of miss it. Like hey, I miss that.
I don't think anybody's
remember
ever
when I had that.
I don't think
Remember when I had that
anybody's
rash? You start
yeah.
to miss the pain, and
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I'm more like that. So is that charm?
you're like
I look at charming as like someone that can talk and woo a chick, and who can control the room. Like, oh,
but
this
see,
guy's charming.
usually when you're being charmed, you don't know it.
True, that's the
So
real.
that's a
Like
real
a
charm. You're not trying to
what
get
is it like
you're not trying to
snake?
swindle anybody.
What is it? The snake charmer, where they
The snake.
like,
Yeah, exactly. The snake,
and the
yeah,
snake doesn't
exactly.
even know what it's doing, but it's
Yeah, the
got it
snake's
under
like, oh,
control.
hey, this feels normal. I'm in control, and then all of a sudden, he's got him by the freaking neck.
Yeah, and that's crazy because when I pull my snake out, I can't charm that stuff.
Nobody wants
I can't
to charm
control
it.
it. I can't. Breaking news. So I got a little feedback on the episode that just came out today. You know where I pulled up my shirt to get my six pack.
Oh, good lord!
Hey, one of my gay friends was like, "Hey, that was hot. You need to start doing it." You need to start
He was
doing
like,
more
finally,
of that. So
finally,
yeah,
after all these episodes,
I mean,
yeah,
I was hoping for the wives and them and the women to comment that. But hey, if it's a gay, I'll take it, bro. A compliment's
hey,
a compliment.
take it where you can
know?
get it, bro.
Yeah, it made me feel sexy, so I'm
Hey,
ready to go.
that's all that
All
matters.
right.
That's all that matters.
All right, I don't know about that birds and the bees talk because I still don't know anything more than what I did before. So I'm thinking after that I shouldn't have that talk with my son because he's going to be more confused than ever.
I'm telling you, man. You know. The crazy thing is that I never, ever heard the birds and the bees. My dad for sure didn't give it to me. I don't have any uncles or anybody that stepped up or said, "Hey, let me talk to this kid." Everything was watching Two Live Crew videos, sneaking off Playboys from my dad, the Sears catalog every now and then. I mean, talking to my friends.
The Victoria's Secrets.
Nah, we were serious, bro. I don't think I saw Victoria's Secret until I was like almost 20, bro. I don't think I saw one.
Oh, what the heck? But the Sears catalog, it was like chicks in jeans and stuff. That turned you on?
No, they got chicks in bras and pajamas,
do they?
pajama bottoms. It wasn't. No, it's not Victoria's Secret. But I mean, if you haven't seen Victoria's Secret, you don't know what to compare it to.
But it works. It gets the job.
Yeah, it'll get the job done, bro. Come on, you can do it to a freaking Jessica Rabbit picture. Come on.
All right.
But that's what I'm saying. Next. So when I talked to Nick, I was like, just like, dude. And luckily, like I said, he's a good kid. He's willing to talk, and hopefully he'll listen. But yeah, man. I mean, I kind of broke it down to him, and some stuff kind of weirded him out. He's like, "What? Oh my god, no way!" And I was like, "Yeah, this and that." And then I told him, I said, "Look, this is just the start." I go, "As you get older, if you need anything else, like feel free to pull me to the side. Like you don't need to tell me in front of mom or your sisters. I go, just hit me up, and then
that's good. That's good. Yeah. So it makes it more like it's, hey, I got your back. And you can have confidence that I'm gonna keep your secrets with me. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's a good way. Okay. All right. Okay. So see, I learned. Okay, that's good.
It's good. I was trying to teach
I'm gonna have that talk with my son, not necessarily about technical details, stick this and that or this, spit on that or anything like that crazy. But I am gonna tell him, if you have questions, go with your heart. Respect the girl, and honestly communicate with the chick. Hey, what do you want?
I'm pretty sure I remember that, like Nick didn't ask me about a threesome or anything. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was that was the first question that popped in my head. But you're right. But I'm a cochino. All right, next question. Is there anything any of your kids did or maybe currently doing growing up or now that kind of secretly made you question, dang, why did I even have kids at all? Like, I don't know about this. You want to start or you want me?
I mean, I'll go for it first. For me, I think it was just the projectile vomiting, the bodily fluids, the dirty diapers, like that stuff. Like, I don't think anybody talks about it. They make fun of it, like, oh, whatever, so and so can't, whatever. Yeah. But I mean, I since day one, I've always changed diapers, and I never complained. But I think I did think to myself, like, damn, man, like, this sucks. I don't like changing diapers, but it's got to get done. Or like when they wake up sick, they think you got a stomach bug, and I mean, once
Oh
you have
yeah,
multiple kids, bro, like you have
yeah.
one, the other one gets it. The other one, it just
Right, right, right.
goes crazy, bro. And like
Yeah, I agree. So
thankfully, I was able to. I complained, but I mean, obviously, like Laura's dealt the most more than me, but I mean, it's crazy, bro. It's stuff like you're just like and like you're dealing with stuff that you only deal with as a parent. You know what I mean?
right, 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 right. You would
You
never,
never,
yeah,
yeah, you never
exactly.
change a diaper for a random kid.
Yeah. So for me, it's the same. Like, but I'll admit that. I mean, I changed diapers. I because there was a lot of times where at the time my ex-wife was working, so I'd be home alone with them. But if she was there, she was on it. But if I was there, I obviously I had to do it. I didn't mind the changing diapers in the beginning because it was kind of cute. It was like pigeons, you know what I mean? It was just a little dribble. It was like, oh, that's. It didn't even smell. It was like. It was nice, but by the time that those kids were already getting older and taking full ass shit in those diapers, yeah, I was starting to hate it.
Once they
The
start
other
eating
thing
like
I hate,
solid food, solid oral.
yeah, 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 yeah. The other thing I hated too was like when they're so young that when you're going anywhere you got to pack all these bags and the
Yeah,
carrier, and it was just like just to go to my mom's down the street, it was like took an hour for us just to load everything up and then get it off, and so that I don't miss. But as far as like regretting, no, I never regret it. The only thing I do, how you were saying that kind of popped out into my head too, is where you said when they're sick, you feel bad, they all get it or whatever. And for me, not necessarily having to deal with it, but just like feeling bad. Like anytime my kids are hurting or sad or whatever, it hits me harder than it even hits them.
yeah,
And so it's kind of like, man, if I didn't even have kids, I wouldn't have to be worried. I could just be selfish and worry about myself. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
when they're sick and there's nothing you can do, like there's nothing else I can do, and it's just like they're still in pain. Like I hate that. But would that question me having no? But because it always passes. But yeah, the main thing I think is what you said, like when they're young and the getting up and the taking them places and just how much work it is. And it's like I remember trying to go to Disneyland, and my one daughter got sick and was throwing up right before we walked in, so I had to take her to the doctor's thing, and we were in the little doctor's tent, and we're like I fell asleep in there. I didn't even know they had a doctor's thing at Disneyland, but
I,
just stuff like that that's out of the ordinary. You know what I mean? That you don't expect. It can kind of make you like, man, my life would be a lot easier, but would I change it? No, of course
you know
not.
what? We actually had the similar thing because we went and yeah, they got sick about maybe 3/4 of the way, like in the car, and I was like, oh man, I had to pull off the freeway. And you're tossing. Luckily, we pulled into the like neighborhood and we tossed. We had some bags in there, and they threw up, and man, we ended up coming home, and it's. Natalia got COVID once when we were at Disneyland, the hotel, and she was just bad, bro. And then we had to come home. That stuff, like you said, is heartbreaking, bro. I don't like dealing with it, but it's more emotional. I think it gets me when they're
Yeah,
sick.
yeah,
Because when
yeah.
they're sick, everything the house is off.
Everything
It's
sucks.
off balance.
Yeah.
Yeah, something's off.
And you know what that brings me up a story when I was a kid that this isn't for me, but it's probably my mom thinking like, damn, why'd I have these kids? So we went when we were like, I think 11, 10 or 11. We went to Spain, like a family trip for the summer. No, it wasn't even the summer. It was during the school year. But we went on a trip to Spain. Anyways, we were like on one of the tours through some winding mountains in Spain, and my mom at one of the little places got a bag of pistachios, and I was going to town on. Like, I love all kinds of nuts. You know what I mean? You put a nut in my mouth, and I'm salivating, bro. So, wait, not pistachios. Yeah. So I'm murdering these pistachios, bro. Like, that's my one problem is I do everything to excess. You know what I mean? Like, go have like 10 pistachios and then sit down
Yeah,
and
and shit
enjoy
on her
the
legs, and you're just like,
yeah, enjoy the scenic drive to the mountains of Spain. You know what I mean? Instead, I'm over here like,
like you're eating a moon pie in jail and shit, or what?
yeah, like it's my last,
Yeah, like
last meal on earth.
like they're
I'm
gonna
just
take it away.
murdering these seeds. Anyways, I guess it was just being on a bus. It was hot, the winding roads. After about 1,000 pistachios, I'm like sitting there and I'm like, oh, bro, I do not feel good. I do not feel good. I think it was me and my sister sitting. And I think I even told, like, I do not feel good. And I'm just like, this isn't good. I walk, because my mom was like a couple of aisles up and then to the other side. And so I walked up to her, didn't say a word, walked up to her, and she's just like, oh, what's up, mijo? Or, what's going on? And I just threw up right on her. Like I didn't even try to do it on the floor. I didn't like. That's what I'm saying. Kids don't give a crap. Like I walked up right to her and just threw up on her, like full body threw up. I remember she was like, and then I just threw up, and I just turned and walked back to my seat. Like that's horrible. that's a demon, bro. That's like, who does that kind of stuff? You know what I mean? I was obviously possessed or something. I don't know, but so I'm thinking. I always remember that. I'm probably thinking, and at that time, she was probably like, "Damn, if I had never had this kid, I'd be enjoying my trip." I don't know how they cleaned it up. We were on the bus in the middle of of Spain, you know. But anyways, that just reminded me that.
Take a mule.
Yeah, that reminded me when you said you were throwing up. But okay,
crazy,
what about what part of parenting are you completely faking your way through? And if you're
all of it.
Why?
The part
like what? Why?
The part where you make it seem like it's like firing on all cylinders, bro. Like at all times.
You go ahead, but I think you just stole my.
I think.
Go ahead.
I think what, and I don't mean that I'm like a bad parent and just house falling apart. I just think that I literally had a conversation today with Natalia when I got home. I picked him up from camp, walked in, and she was kind of like bothered, and I talked to her, and she kind of like gave me like a whatever. I think because I told her she had to jump in the shower or something, and then she's like, whatever. And I said, hey, you're having a bad day. What's going on? Because I'm like, and I told her, I said, when I go to work and I have a bad day, I don't come home and I don't take it out on you guys. Even though I might not be 100% mentally, I might be like frustrated, I might be stressed out, whatever. Like I think I keep it with them, like I keep it away from them. If I don't feel good, whatever. Sometimes I'll go to sleep early and just kind of whatever. But I don't try to bring them into that situation where they're kind of like, what's going on? I don't like if they don't need to stress about it. I don't want to stress them out. And that's the part I think I'm faking. Like everything's good. Sometimes it's not. Most of the times it is, but sometimes it's not. And like I said, we keep the ship running. I mean, luckily I have a great partner with Laura, and
yeah. I
mean, I think that's the perfect balance because sometimes I do lean on her more than she leans on me. Right. But like I said, it looks good, bro. I mean, I don't think that they're stressed out. I don't think they unnecessarily stress out. I don't think they worry about stuff that they don't have to worry about. But yeah, that's kind of the gist of that, bro.
Yeah, so that's what I was gonna say. Mine is the same. Maybe not exactly how you're, but in terms of like, I always want to, like, there's times I feel like crap, or I don't feel good, or I don't feel confident, but I always want to portray, like, if I ever come off as weak to them, I'll think, like, why did I do, like, what I mean? Say I'm just not feeling good, and, hey, what's wrong? And I'm kind of just, like, short with my answers, like, and I know they, like, the way they're looking at me, they can tell, like, this is not normal. Like, usually there's a joke or laugh, and I'm just kind of short with them, and then they'll leave or go do whatever, and I'll be sitting there and be like, I gotta, like, even if I'm not feeling good or I'm in a bad mood or like, I need to stop. I need to do better for them, Yeah. But I always want them to, like, feel like, oh, my dad's, as long as he's here, we're safe. He's in control. He's running this house. Like, everything's going to be running nice and smooth. And do I always feel like that? Nah, man, of course not. Like, I'm feeling my way, like exactly how I was asking you about the birds and the bees. That's how I am in life too. I'm just trying to feel my way through. I'm hoping I hope I do it right, but I'm not confident. I'm not. Yeah, and I'm afraid that I like do stuff. It's like, oh, is that going to screw them up? Or any little decision, you let them do something or don't let them do something.
Yeah.
Is that gonna have a consequence that's gonna be there for a long time, and it's my fault? Like, so it's like there's a lot of things that I'm worried about, I guess, and I put maybe a little bit too much thought or worry into things where it's kind of like, just let it go. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to. Nothing's going to be perfect as long as you're here for them, and whatever I know if I asked them, they would feel, yeah, of course I feel safe, and I feel that as long as you're around and you're here, like, stuff will be okay. You know what I mean? And so it's like I always want to portray that, even though it's not always necessarily, what I feel. Like, there's times I'm scared, I'm nervous, I'm like, but you have to act like, hey, no, it's good. Yeah, of course, I'm 100% behind you. And it's like, deep down, you're like, I don't know if this is good. I don't know if,
And then you
know what I mean?
for me, some of the stuff that you just said right now kind of clicked because like Nick likes to go to the park, which is literally like 2 blocks from here. It's like he only crosses one big street. There's a light, so it's not too crazy, right? Like he'll meet up with his friends there. They'll play basketball. He's like, we're gonna go from like 1 to 3. And there's times where I've told her, I'm like, yeah, that's fine. You know, it's cool. Let him go. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Whatever. And then the back of my head, I'm like, dude, what if something happens? What if something goes down or whatever?
Right.
It's kind of like, man. But then it's like I kind of give him the benefit of the doubt, dude. Like, Dad, this is a good kid, and I saw a lot of bad stuff at the park when I was young, probably his age. But also, it was different, different neighborhood, different times, and also I didn't have any guidance that told me, hey, heads up at the park, blah blah blah. I just knew
watch out for this, or yeah.
So I mean, I don't know, and then luckily nothing happened. So, but yeah, that's the first thing that crosses my mind. Like, damn, I'm the one who signed off on this. Like, this is on me. There's something.
Yeah. Exactly, 100%. Okay, next one. Next question. If your kid or any of your kids turned out to be just like you, would you be happy? Would you be scared? Or would you be proud? Like, yeah, I'll take that.
I think all of them, bro. I'd be happy that they grew up to be parents, and hopefully they're in a good spot. Hopefully they're with somebody that's good, whatever. I'd be scared if they picked up my habits, my vices, and I'd be proud if they did most of the stuff I taught them, and then they did it better. I think that's the goal. Yeah, that's the goal for me.
And that's the same with me. I mean, I hope they don't. Well, see, I take this more as like personality wise. I'm saying I hope they're all better than me. Of course, we all want our kids to be better than us, have everything easier and just done, better. But no, I wouldn't. If they turned out to kind of be like me, I wouldn't be upset. I want them to be more successful. I want them to be more evolved. You know what I mean? I want them to be confident, good parents. And not scared. Like, I don't know if I'm making the right. I don't know if I'm making the right decision. I want them to be confident, good parents.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. But I wouldn't mind if they had the same kind of similar personalities and whatever as me. Like
charm, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I got to get some of that charm, bro. Is there like a charm school? Hey, that's what we got to do an episode on charm. Let's find out look up what makes someone charming, and let's go through it. See if I can.
If you look it up, you're gonna see a picture of me, dog. Come on.
Hey, and that falls in line with the whole gentleman thing. If you can't be a gentleman if you don't have a little bit of charm,
bro. You have to have some charm.
Okay, for you, this one is just quick. What phase was hardest for you? The sleepless newborns when they were babies, the toddlers where they're all over the place and throwing tantrums and just crazy, or preteen with all the attitude and the drama and the like more serious issues? For you, which one was the hardest? I'm gonna through all three.
I'm gonna say the first one, and I think Laura's probably gonna throw a shoe at me when she sees this because
good.
Yeah, she's the one who dealt with it. I mean, obviously, I heard it, but I didn't.
I heard it. You heard it asleep in your bed.
as I close the door, like, hey, just wanna keep it
Laura,
down.
You're up, girl. You're up.
Keep it down. But I think that for me is probably the hardest because even though I'm not as, I don't want to say I'm not as involved, but I'm not directly involved because she kind of takes over and goes into mom mode and kind of just like
right
has a routine on how to get them back, fever down, whatever, cough, whatever, everything, all that. She's on it. But like I said, I do worry and I do see it. And as far as for like the toddler, the terrible twos or whatever you want to call them, Natalia was the worst one because she started walking at 9 months and she just never slowed down. But for the most part, like Cass and Nick they were very disciplined, bro. And I think that's the key to, parenting is at least for me, is discipline. Like, they don't, if you correct them when they do something, then you kind of nip it in the bud and it doesn't get too crazy. Yeah. And then obviously kids are going to do stuff and whatever, but I think that the more discipline you have on them, the better. And as far as for the teen, the preteen or the teen attitude, Cass was minimal, and Nick is is minimal. I think they're very passive like me, where it's kind of like, it is what it is. There's certain things that we complain about, certain things we don't, and then we kind of just roll with the punches, and that's kind of how they are. Like, we'll see not that. She's only 9, so she's got a couple years before that. But I mean, it's been a blessing, bro. They're a really good kid. Like I said, I complain about other things. I complain about certain things, but that is one thing I won't complain about is they don't really have attitude. They don't really have like the standard, I guess, like the terrible twos, whatever.
Yeah.
I never really. It wasn't too crazy out of hand. So I would say, the sleepiness, maybe when they were sick or they were, just get up to feed them. But also they were very good with bedtime. They were, you know what I mean? So it's not crazy. Yeah, it's not crazy at all, actually.
So that's the same with me. I don't even remember, like, I feel like all my kids, like, if you know me, there's 2 good things I excel at. One, picking up women.
Yeah.
I was no, I'm just kidding.
I was about to say, if that's number 1, like, and you have no charm, I can't even imagine. Maybe there was a reason why you didn't get the charm gene. The world wasn't ready.
It wasn't ready. No, my thing is I love to sleep, bro. I mean, honestly, I can go to sleep right now on this podcast, let you carry it. Like, I can sleep anywhere, anytime. Like, I look forward to it. Like, if someone's like, hey, it's like a Saturday. Dad's like, hey, you want to go take a nap? It's like 1 o'clock. Like, oh, hell yeah. I get pumped up, like, walk in the room, put the air on. Like, I get excited, get down to my boxers. Oh, bro, I feel free. I feel alive. And you just lay down, and next thing you know, you wake up, it's 3 hours later. Like, to me, that's pure bliss.
Yeah.
So for me, I think my kids got that. They slept through the night. I feel like the second night they were home, like, they were like, I ain't getting up. Like, I don't remember having to get up that much. Every once in a while for the girls, I feel like, but even having twins, like, they didn't wake themselves up. Like, everyone's like, oh, one's going to cry. They're going to wake each other up. Like, bro, I do not remember. I remember a couple times having to get up. Even my son, that boy, like, was in a coma from the time he was born to, like, right now. You know what I mean? Like, he's barely coming out of it. That boy loves to sleep, too. So, for me, those newborn nothing. And the toddler stuff, I liked it, bro. I liked, like, them running around. And to me, that was fun. That was, like, that's like pure, like, now they have little personality. When they're babies, they're just there crying.
That's when they're dope.
Now they have personality. Yeah, they have personalities. They get mad. They get happy.
They funny.
Get sad. So, like, yeah, they're funny. So
especially when they crack up. When they crack up at something.
Oh, bro.
The best.
And they crack up at the most pure. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know any better.
I wish I could make people laugh like that, like the way, you know what I mean? They laugh. I walk in the room and they laugh. They laugh at my shoes or.
But they started laughing. Started having open mic night every night. Yeah, come on, guys, come on.
Pure bliss, bro. So again, that one I don't like. The preteen is the one. None of my kids have had, like, bad attitude. My son can be super quiet if it's about, like, as soon as I start talking about, like, school or, hey, what's going on there? Like, yeah, no, fine. But then when it's time to talk about video games or these shows, like, he won't shut up. So it's like
that passion, bro. He's got passion.
Yeah. So it's a little bit of both. He doesn't have that attitude. One of my daughters has a little bit of an attitude every once in a blue moon, but it's more like funny. You know what I mean?
Don't drop the name.
It's more like funny.
The name.
No, I'm not gonna drop the name. She knows who she is. You know who you are. But it's more like funny. Like, I think it's part of her shtick.
Her character.
I mean? Like, yeah, like, she'll stare me down and, like, and then we'll get into the whole, like, what are you staring at? Oh, don't make me get up. And, like, the whole, it's funny. At least
across the eyes.
At least I guess physical abuse isn't funny, but to us it's funny. I'll go choke her out a little. Like, I don't know, like, stuff like that, goofy stuff. It's funny, but other than that, like, neither one ever really had attitude. They have a lot of respect. Like, if they tell I'm mad or I'm upset, they're not gonna get, they're not gonna play game. Like, they'll fall in line. Like, they're all, like, well raised. You know what I mean? Like, there's really no issue. So for this phase, I don't know. I mean, I guess sleepless newborns is the hardest. Just when I did have to get up, like, it kind of sucks getting up at 3 a.m. and you're sitting there. But yeah, that one same kind of as you.
Let me ask you guilt? Let me ask this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you think the sleepy part is like an Aguilar trait?
I don't know. Do you
Cause
guys
I
do you
can,
sleep?
dude. I can go to sleep anywhere, dude.
Oh, you
Anytime.
said that. You said
Yeah,
that.
it
You said
literally
you like to
doesn't matter
get
if I'm even if I had a good night's sleep,
yeah.
I can wake up at like 9, 10 o'clock, and then like 1 o'clock take a nap. I
Yeah.
could take a
No,
nap
you
whenever. Cass is
remember
the
on the
kind of
other
the thing.
episode you said you like to get buck naked and sleep on the
No, that
couch
was
when
you,
Laura's
fool.
gone?
No, not butt naked, fool. I left my boxers on, fool. Come on, chill out, chill out.
Oh, okay, okay, all right,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
right,
yeah.
all right.
That's what I'm saying. Like I can do that. Cass can do that. Nick now is to the point where he likes to sleep in. He doesn't nap, but he
Yeah,
can for sure sleep in. Natalia is
yeah.
still an early riser, but I think because she just kind of wants to like enjoy the most of the day.
Right, right,
Yeah,
right. She's
and
still
I'm more
young.
like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
like, dude, anytime if I can take a nap, dude. There's sometimes I take a nap at
Oh,
work, dude. I'm during my lunch in my truck. It's
yeah.
knock out.
Oh, I used to do that. Yeah, I used to do that all the
Yeah,
time too. Yeah, that's the one good thing about Desiree too. She loves a good nap. So, and if she brings it up,
it's
ain't no
like,
way in
yeah, hell
hell I'm
yeah, let's
saying.
go.
Ain't no way in hell I'm saying no.
Yeah.
I'm like, hell yeah, I love it. So, yeah. All right. Next question: Is there anything? Is there any guilt that you carry as a parent that no one ever or you've never really talked about? Like maybe your cast, like not working out with her mom or anything like that. Like in terms of that, like is there anything you?
Yeah.
I feel bad about that. Maybe it didn't necessarily go bad. Like it worked out fine, but you still like I wish I would have done better or something different for her or him, whatever.
Yeah, you know what? When she was younger, yeah, for sure, I felt like, man, like I think especially like holidays and birthdays and any kind of special occasions or whatever, I really felt like man, I wish that I could have done more. But then it's kind of like, well, I tell myself, well, I did what I could on my end. It takes two to tango, obviously.
Right, right,
So I
right.
do have that. I did have it for a long time, and then I think that helped me build a better relationship with her. Kind of reach out to her more, talk to her more one on one, and just kind of get inside and just And she's been very vocal with me, so I have no problem with that part. But I
Yeah.
think it would be that, and then probably just like I said, sometimes I do feel like maybe I'm not good enough and
Oh
complete.
wow.
Yeah, for all
Right,
three,
right, right.
for sure. Like sometimes I'm like, man, like,
Yeah.
could I have done more, or could I do?
Right, right, right.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
And that's good because that means you are trying to be better and you're trying like you're not just complacent like I did what I could do. You guys
you're right.
hope it works out for the best. Like you're
So,
you're still trying to like what else could I do better? Yeah. So same thing for me. Kind of like I feel bad because all three of my kids were from my ex-wife, and I like even though it was probably the best thing to happen, it was also I know traumatic. I still will never forget the day that we told him. My son was too young, like he was crying, but I don't even think he knew why he was crying. He was crying because the girls were crying, but telling them like that broke my heart to hear them. I mean, they weren't even crying; they were like screaming, like no, no, and I was just like, because they were. I forgot how the girls were, but they were young, like maybe 10, 11, but like old enough to know like my
yeah,
life is
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
about to be completely ruined. My son was like 5, so he didn't know. He was like, I looked at him, he was like crying because they were crying, but then I looked back and he's like playing on his phone. It was like, hey, because I don't think he even knew. I don't even think he knew what
Yeah,
it
but I
was,
mean,
but
yeah,
I
but
can still picture my girls scream crying, and it was just like, man, I can't believe even though it wasn't all me, it was like I was basically a part of doing that to them. So will I ever live that down? Yeah, I don't feel for a long time where I did feel guilt, but now I don't really because it did work out. I feel like for the best, but it does suck that I had to make their lives kind of like even still now they're here part time. They'll go to their moms when whatever when my son's over there because he's still on a schedule, but it still is like it still affects them. Is it bad, negative anymore? No, it's everyone I think realized that was for the best, and I think they have I don't know what their life is like over there. I only hear little things, but as long as it's good, I don't And
yeah,
again,
I'm sure you'd hear
that's their life over there. Yeah, and that's their life over there. I don't really have any control over it unless it was like they were being abused or something, of course. But
yeah,
like I don't have it. I can't control how that household is run for them. I can only do what I do
and that
here and.
and that's a struggle in itself, right there, for sure.
Right, right, right. Yeah, 100%.
You
'Cause
hope for the
you
best.
want to raise your kids. You
Yeah,
want to raise your kids the way you want to raise them, and you get divorced. Boom, you just lost 50% of that, and you have no control over that. However, that other parent wants to raise them. That's the influence. That's what they're going to learn. That's what they're going to see, and there's really nothing you can do. You can do your best to hey, this is what I think is right, but it's you don't
But
really have any control over that other household. So I guess I will always have a little bit of guilt for that because I brought them in,
yeah,
and I was a part of that, of their having to go through all that. So I would like to ask them one day when they're adults, like, how will you guys feel about that? Like, was it as bad as I thought it was? Did it only last? Oh, it was bad for a year. Are you guys still traumatized? Are you still, like, I don't want to ever be married now. Like, I would
that's
like to have an adult talk with them, and like a real talk, not just them
yeah,
tell
yeah,
me
yeah.
what I want. Like, oh no, Dad, we love it. And like, no, give me the real. Like, were you upset? Were you upset with me? Were you upset with both of us? Were you, like, how did it really affect you? I want to have that adult conversation with them someday. I'll wait till they're a little bit older.
That'd be a great conversation to have with them. For sure.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right. And like and hey, be honest. Tell me, like, call me an a hole. Like, for
Yep.
my part,
Yeah, yeah,
it
yeah.
wasn't all me, but for my part in it, I brought you guys into this world. I should have made it perfect for you guys, and I obviously didn't. So, but yeah. Anyways, okay. So that's kind of the same. Is there something you wish your child or your children understood about you right now that maybe they don't know?
Just the human part, bro. Like I'm trying to do my best. I have the
But I
best.
feel like you probably tell them that though. Like, I feel like
No,
you're
no,
pretty
I
good
don't.
communicate.
No, I don't think I've ever. I don't think I've ever voiced that part because to me, voicing that to them at this point is basically like maybe me being vulnerable, like letting them know that I'm not. I mean, obviously they know I'm not perfect, but I still kind of hope that they like I said, I don't stress them out if they don't have to. Like they have enough stress, even though they're
Right,
kids.
right, right,
Even though they're
right,
kids, they have
right.
enough stress, just same as us.
Why throw all that
So
on them?
why?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
something
yeah.
that they don't need to deal with. But I would want them to know that I'm trying my best, and I've tried my best, and I'm human. I have issues myself that I'm dealing with, and in the long run, I hope that you know, like you said, like have that conversation because I have the same exact idea with Cass is that I do want to have the conversation because I think I jacked her up more because we split up, and then we got back together. We split up, got back together, and she was young, but I know she remembers stuff, and
Yeah,
even
of
now,
course.
what I mean. And that's one thing I've never done. I've never badmouthed her mom or anything to her. I'm like, I'm not gonna like that's you.
Same.
I'll listen, whatever. But yeah, so I just want them to kind of understand that part that like everything that they've seen is the cause of something that either happened to me or something I went through when I was younger. My parenting
Right, right.
is based off of how I was raised, and I'm trying to change the bad, and I'm trying to keep the good, and that I'm trying. That's probably the main thing is that I'm trying, and hopefully it's enough, and we'll see. We'll see in the long run, but yeah,
Yeah, and that's also for me. It's just yeah. The only thing I would wish they understood is that, yeah, I am. It might not look like it. It might not. They might not think it, but I am trying to do the best for them, like in their best interest. But yeah, I feel like they know that deep down. But yeah, that would be the thing for me is that I think they know it, but just re-emphasize that, like, hey, you guys know I do everything I do for you guys. You know what I mean? Like, if you guys weren't here, I don't know what the fuck.
exactly, dude. Yeah,
I probably wouldn't be here. I'd probably be gone. I don't know. Who knows what I would be doing? Like, I would have no compass. You know what I mean? On life, I would just be,
yeah.
you know,
No direction.
oh,
No.
no direction. That's the word I was looking for. No direction. What's one part of yourself you had to bury or sacrifice to become a parent? And I know this one for me.
For me, just the part that didn't give a crap about anything, and I was kind of reckless. Um, I just kind of didn't. I like I said, I've said it before. Um, when I was younger, I never dreamt about having kids. I never even thought about it. It's not something that I was like, oh, I can't wait till I'm a dad. I can't wait till I have this family. And I never. It's just not. It wasn't in the books for me. And then when I
Right.
had Cass, it was like, oh snap! Like this is serious. This kid is here, and wow, like I'm responsible for it. So everything became long term. So I would say in a way it's good. I think because it changed the way the direction or the non direction I was going. and I mean for the better for sure. But I mean that's that's probably the only thing I can kind of think of right off the top. But yeah,
For me, it was like having to get rid of just like wanting to be out there and be wild in them streets and creeping and doing all that. It was like, man. But honestly, that would have got old. Say
yeah.
I was, right now I'm in the bars. I'm over here trying to bang these old ladies with broken hips and
He'd
stuff.
be at
Like
the
nobody,
yeah, be at bingo night.
yeah,
He'd be at bingo.
yeah, be at the Elks Lodge trying to pick up
Hey
on
man,
these old ladies that could barely walk or what. You know what I mean? Like that ain't no life.
that ain't no life for
Um,
you.
that ain't no life. But that was probably the one, and it was probably harder when in my like, you know, after I got divorced. I think because it was like, oh man, I'm back in this.
Back
Remember I told you I'm like
saddled up.
I'm no longer a house cat, bro.
Yeah,
I'm about to be back in them streets.
you
This predator's
transformed.
back. You can't release Hannibal Lecter back into the wild. You know what I mean? Like killer's gonna kill,
Hey,
right?
hey, I'm
So
telling you, bro. The eagle doesn't know why it soars. It just does it. Yeah, come on.
no, but it was hard. It was hard to go like one weekend you don't have your kids and I'm out here in the bars and trying to bring chicks home and do all that. And then Monday morning I'm picking them up, taking them to school, and they're here with me all week. And it's kind of like, oh man, you don't know what just happened in this house. So that was like, I felt guilty, even though they never saw it or they never were around it because I kept that separate. Um, but I felt dirty. Like, man, I was just in here trying to bang all these chicks, and now I have my kids in here.
Uh,
I'm serving them, breakfast in the morning before class, or and they got their little My Little Pony backpack or Dora the Explorer backpack, and it was just like, yeah. So that was one where I kind of had to. That was probably like where Desiree became a lifesaver because then that kind of shut that down, that behavior, and so that was probably the one thing that was the hardest for me to turn on. Hey, bro, I got that Aguilar blood flowing through me. You know what I mean? Like,
well, hey, you
you
know
know,
what's crazy? Is
a
that
demon.
once that blood flows through the system, bro? Oh man, it's like a different beast, bro. I
Yeah, yeah,
didn't
yeah.
I didn't know it until I got older. When I was like, man, that's probably what it was. And talking to like the older generation, talking to the now
Yep.
generation, talking to the younger. God damn,
Yeah.
it's
Hey, that's why I always said it's a gift and a curse.
it's
It's a gift and
exactly
a curse.
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm glad I could be out here trying to repopulate the earth, but it's not good for
Yeah, at a
trying to
certain
live a
point, you
good
just gotta
life.
step back and just enjoy the
Yeah.
view, bro.
Yeah,
Those days
yeah.
are done.
No, I'm actually shocked and happy that I don't have kids just what I mean, I have my three
Scattered, or
from one person yeah, like all of a sudden, oh, here comes a kid from Bakersfield, like what the heck, I was only in Bakersfield for an hour, how the hell I gotta,
hey,
what I
that's
mean,
all it
like,
took, bro. That's all it
you know what
took.
I mean,
That one
like
percent.
wait, Costa Rica, there's some kid
Costa
coming from
Rica,
Costa Rica that says you're
Kosovo,
his daddy. So it's like
Kokomo.
that was that was the only good thing, is that I guess I had enough sense to not just complete just don't give a crap and just be out there
Yeah.
completely causing chaos. So, all right. Oh, last question. Look at that. Look at that. See, we're moving, bro. This is the
Yep.
way I like this. We move. We get to the point. Um, what scares you most about your child growing up and possibly not needing you anymore?
Nothing actually. I think the only thing probably that maybe scares me is accepting that they might not need me, but hoping that they want to hang out with me because of me. You know what I mean? Like they don't need me for
Yeah.
sure. Let them be self sufficient and let them handle their biz. But then know that they can come visit me. They can bring the kids and even drop them off if they want. And I mean, I'm sure Laura would love that. Um, and I think that's to me that's the ultimate goal, is that they are not gonna need me, but they're gonna want to hang around with me. They're gonna want to
I like that.
chill. Come on, yeah, like bring it. I'm all here for you.
Right. For me, that's beautiful too. I can't wait, and I hope for that. Like that seems like pure bliss to me. As far as like, I do have a little bit of trouble. Like it's hitting me more with my son as far as like them growing up and not needing me. I don't know. I just feel like it's hard when your whole life, not your whole life, but basically your whole adult life, you have one job and it's to raise these kids. That's your whole life, and then all of a sudden it's just like, Oh, now you're out of a job, bro. You don't.
It's like you're not retiring, you're getting fired.
Yeah, we don't, sir. We don't need you anymore. Here's your pink slip.
Exactly.
We're cool. We're on our own. It's just like, wait, what? I've dedicated my life, my dreams, my nightmares, sleepless nights, crying. I've dedicated all this to you guys, and now you're just out. Like, hey,
peace
all
out.
right, peace. So, I do see now why it's hard. How they say when like parents who are like stay-at-home parents or they're around the kids nonstop, and all of a sudden the parents leave and they can't, or the kids leave and they can't deal with it. I see that because it's kind of like, whoa, what the heck? Like, this was my job for the last 20 years, and now it's just like, I'm done? Like, what am I going to do with myself?
Yeah.
Wait, what? What the heck? What am I going to do now? Like, it's sad in that regard. And that's why I told you to watch that movie, bro. You never watched it, huh? Coda. Koda. Koda.
I did it. Let me write it down. Hold on. Coda, like Koda. Not Coda, like Led Zeppelin? Wait, is Coda like Led Zeppelin? Is that Koda?
I don't know.
I don't either.
But
that's for the music episode. And
awesome.
maybe I'll watch Coda and we can do a recap.
Well, so I don't want to spoil it, but that's why I brought it up right now, is because Coda's the whole thing about a girl, the daughter. I don't want to tell you, but like,
but I'm gonna tell you.
I don't even want to spoil it.
Hey, that's the one on Prime?
It's on Apple or Prime. Coda. But it's just like a beautiful family story that the first time I watched it, I cried. This last time I watched it, my kids knew and they turned to me and I was just like tearing up and they were waiting for me to cry. I didn't cry, but I was tearing up because it's just like, it's with
a C, not with a K, dog.
No. Oh, is it? Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, maybe it's with a C. I don't remember. But
or 2020 or 2021?
Yeah, and it won, I think, Best Picture. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm gonna go to my closing statements. Oh, this sucks. Oh, there it is.
There you go.
Okay. All right. I think we summed it up, bro. I think we both talked about our fears, about what we're proud of, about how we still have like insecurities. What is that imposter syndrome? Where are we good enough to be these dads? Are we doing, do we have all the tools necessary, or are we just doing the best we can and trying to survive? I don't know, man. It's honestly, I've seen your kids, I've seen my kids, and I think they're all on the right path. So I think we are doing a good job. But
yeah, they're pretty good, bro. I mean, I'd sign off on all of them, dog. They're all nice. Good kids. All good kids.
So here's my outro. They told us parenting was a blessing. They forgot to mention the burnout. Yeah, there is a lot of burnout. Mm-hmm. The breakdowns and the bottled up rage. I never really had bottled up rage.
Bottled up rage is wild.
That's crazy, huh? That's like an abusive parent, huh?
Yeah, that's like some death metal. I think that's a band. Yeah. Bottled up rage.
You're not crazy. You're just a parent.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. The Gentleman's Hour.